Hey, what it do to you know what I'm saying? It's like my third video today, I think. You know what I'm saying? But you know what I'm saying? You see what's on the screen. This is by your boy Tex. Y'all see it over there. Make sure you subscribe to him. His things will be linked in the Discord. In the description, you feel me? He's ranking every game from 2K20, 2K23, 2K13 to 2K25, man. Now, you already know where I stand with most of these, but if you don't know, I will go over them when he hit them. So if you're new, make sure you subscribe. You're on the way to 3,000. Go show your boy some love. You see, I ain't subscribed on here, but I am subscribed on my other account. But man, go show your boy some love. Like I said, link will be in the description, man. So let's check it out. 37 minutes.
So in
it's
this
not wasting no
video, I'm
time.
going to be ranking every single 2K game that I...
Remember, I got the credentials. I've been playing since 7. I was 3 years old. Playing since 7. So let's get to it.
have personally played, and that's going to be from 2K13 to 2K25. And make no mistake, this list is going to upset you in some way, all right? No matter what order I put all of these games in, at least one person who clicks on this video is going to be upset in some way. They're going to be wanting to their table, getting pissed off. They're going to throw their phone at the wall, wanting to punch their monitor like on some cash nasty shit, something like that, all right? And I can't wait to piss somebody off. I'm going to be real with you.
I'm going to see if I agree with this list, man.
Just explain how this is going to work real quick. So here's the tier list up in front of you right now.
Goated, great, mid, pretty bad.
F tier. It's going to be goated, great, mid, pretty bad, or affront to God. Now, if you watch my videos, you probably know at least one game that's going in the affront to God tier, but we're going to get to it. But yeah, without further ado, I think we're ready to hop into the rankings here. So
like I said, we're going to hit
my first ever 2K game, which is 2K13. So obviously with 2K13 being my first ever 2K game, I'm going to have some type of nostalgia for it, but I'm going to try my best to have that not affect my ranking. But even looking back through the nostalgia, having it completely blind me, I can still admit that this game was pretty fucking ass. And I remember thinking that even back then, which is pretty crazy because back in 2012...
Bro, I ain't gonna lie, we just came up with 12 and 11. This game was ass compared to them. We spin dunking. You can't block dunks. This game was doo-doo, but it was fun though. I ain't gonna lie, it was fun, but this game was trash, bro. I ain't gonna lie. You know what I'm saying? You couldn't block dunks, spin dunking. I don't know what else I can remember. That's really it. That's really the issue with me.
2013, when I was like 8 or 9 years old, my only standards for a 2K game were, yeah, I just want to get on and play offline my career and have fun, but this game couldn't even accomplish that. Like, don't get me wrong, I was a stupid little kid and I had no standards, so obviously I enjoyed the game somewhat, but
yeah,
the animations, from what I remember, are just very clunky. Paint defense and dunking was just very weird and inconsistent. Just... I wasn't very good at the game, to be clear, so you could comment skill issue, feel free to do that, but from what I remember, this game was just very clunky and weird, so
yeah,
I can't put it anywhere high up. Like, the highest I'm going to give this game is a C tier, and that's actually where I'm going to put it in the mid tier, because this game introduced my team, and although this game was pretty ass in every way that I can remember myself, I will put it in the mid tier simply for introducing my team. From what I remember, my team was actually pretty ass in 2K13.
Bro, you see how he just did that little half spin and they'll keep pausing? That's what you was going through the entire time. I swear to God.
They started refining it in later years, but just the act of adding my team, I think, gives this game, at bare minimum, a C tier in the mid, whatever the fuck I called it. All right, so we have absolutely got a fucking banger now in 2K14.
2K14, this what started it all.
For those of you who were not around for this, it was a major leap forward. So first of all,
why not let it fly?
First next gen in quotation marks experience that we got with 2K. This was going from the Xbox 360 and the PS3 onto the Xbox One and the PS4. And jumping consoles like they did allowed them to make so many improvements to the game. Like, they completely redid the motion engine. It was so much better. Remember, I was complaining about how clunky 2K13 was. Basically, this game fixed any complaint that I had about 2K13 and added so many more amazing features. So first of all, this game introduced the park, which you're seeing Chris Move gameplay of in the background. This is pretty nostalgic for me. But man, the introduction of the parks are so vibrant. They're so colorful.
It's gonna be a long way. It might be an hour, but hey, Tex know what he talking about. I fuck with niggas like this. I hate when niggas say, look, You're just going off nostalgia. Nigga, he know what he talking about. Cause I played the fuck out of 14. This is when I had Xbox. I had Xbox until 18. That's when I got my P4. You know what I'm saying? So this game right here, it was just, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Go crazy.
In the background that you're seeing here, this is the first ever time that they had park in a game, so this is obviously a huge development. And like I was saying, with the jump from the Xbox 360 to the Xbox One, they were able to make such great improvements to the lighting and the way that the
look how everybody look, man. Look at the block, man.
Like, you might be looking at this in the background right now and saying it looks like shit now because you're looking at it through a 2025 lens where you can game.
But this right here,
ultra ray tracing.
Nigga, this is better than 25, 24, 23, 22, 21, 20. Come on now.
We didn't
this
have
what started it
back in 2013, bro. So these graphics were really incredible for the time. And this was the first year where they decided to go in there and really make a story-driven My Career experience, which I wish they would go back to instead of the bullshit that they put in My Career nowadays. But anyway, with everything I've said so far, if you don't think that this game is an S tier, you're out of your fucking mind. This easily belongs in the GOAT.
This started it. It started everything.
Moving on to 2K15 now. I think 2K15 is one of the most divisive 2Ks. It was either you really liked 2K15
or you hated this shit.
You fucking hated it.
Yeah.
And there was really no in between. Now, I happen to fall onto the side of players that actually really liked 2K15.
Yes.
Now, that being said, I am not blind to the issues that were in 2K15. I know the game wasn't perfect.
See?
Now,
well, love niggas like him, man. No homo, no diddy. You know what I'm saying? But he know what he's saying. I feel in that part. I love the fuck out of this game. This is one of my, I think 16, you already know 15, 16, 17, one of my most played, right next to 19. But these, like this game right here, bro, this really started it for me. You know what I'm saying? Like, damn, we just came off of 14. 14 was a good ass year. Great ass year. We went from the league. And then we went to shit like this. I know we had the 7'2 glitchers, you know what I'm saying? 7'2 point guards and the 7 foot small forwards. But besides that, when it comes to the real basketball, it felt smooth. It smelled good. Yes, you had the little cheese here and there. Yes, you had, you try to lunge for the ball and you miss. Fuck it, you know what I'm saying? You was hooping.
The demigod glitch existed, and if you were around in 2K15, I probably just sent chills up your fucking spine, okay? So the way that this glitch worked is once you did it, you would have every single attribute maxed. You would be 7'2", and you would have guard-like dribbling speed and movement speed, and you could equip any player's jump shot, their dunk packages, and animations.
This was the angle. I gotta stop pausing, but this was the when we first had a jump shot creator. You can mix 2 jump shots in. It wasn't no jump shot creator, but you can mix 2 jump shots in that bit.
On a 7'2" big man. So I'm not ignoring the fact that this game had issues. It objectively had problems, but I can live with a demigod glitch.
I can live with that.
If you can't live with that, that's fine. I completely
look at the
steals.
steals.
2K15
this is real hooping.
In my opinion, it's a stupid glitch. It's a dumb exploit. It shouldn't be in the game. I agree. But I tried to make the most of what we had in 2K15, and once I started doing that stupid-ass glitch as well, it was kind of fun going against everybody else who had that damn demigod glitch, just being a bunch of 7-footers with maxed out everything with the best jump shots.
With the best jump shots, with the best animation.
It was actually fun to do that. And even before the demigod glitch in 2K15, I think it was actually a pretty good game. But as far as the rest of the game goes, besides the demigod glitch, it is one of the best, okay? So first of all, they introduced face scanning. As glitchy as it was kind of cool to try out.
They face scan.
Completely revamped parks by adding affiliations. So they added Rivet City, Sunset.
Even though the affiliations was, it say if I went to Sunset, I can only play with Sunset. Unless I was in the rec. It still was goated. You mean?
They added Old Town, the 3 affiliations that we're seeing coming back in 2K25 because they're out of fucking ideas. And they also added the Jordan Rec Center for the first time in 2K15. And I have
the high rollers. That's where he at right now.
I love 5v5. Just rec gameplay in general. Rec is my favorite mode to play most of the time. And when you combine that with the soundtrack being fully curated by fucking Pharrell Williams, most of you might not even know who that is, but he was one of the biggest artists back in the day. Fucking banger soundtrack in 2K15, and they also added 2K TV. So all of those things added together, if there was no demigod glitch, I could easily put 2K15 in the S tier, but because of the demigod glitch, we gotta go A tier, bro. Now,
I agree.
On to 2K16,
I feel that one.
I think you all
but
know
for me, That's my best game right there. Right next to 16. That's like, come on now. 15. You already had a demigod, but no, I ain't even gonna say demigod. You had a goated ass player. So when I say 25 players will not be able to compete in 15, everybody was good. So everybody was a lockdown. Everybody can add a lockdown, could shoot, could dunk, could rebound if they wanted to. You know what I'm saying? So now, what I mean, if y'all don't know, the builder, inside, outside, balanced. If you create it outside, you already know shooting. You're gonna shoot the ball. You know what I'm saying? If you had the inside, more of the dunking, but you can still shoot, still play defense, still dribble, still play make, still play defense. Same with outside, same with balance. So everybody build was not like, see, like now what builds we got? 6'4s. They got pinpoint, or you need a 6'4, you need this footer, or you need this 6'7. That's 3 builds. That's 3 heights. And then you already know which one's going to which. Oh, the 6'7 lockdown, 6'4 guard lock. You know what I'm saying? ISO lock. And then the footer, the straight rebounder. There's not no inside, it's a rebound. Like shit like that, man.
Exactly where I'm going to put this. This is my personal favorite 2K. I've said this in pretty much all of my videos, but we're still going to sit here and talk about why I'm going to put 2K16 in the S tier. So just starting off, easily the best My Career storyline we have ever had. Hands down. This
I just did a reaction on this. Actually, y'all not going to get that. Y'all going to get that. This might come out a little early.
Hands fucking down. When I look back at old videos of the scene of Vic's death, bro, I actually, like, I feel emotion towards that. It's like it's out of a fucking movie. Like, I actually get emotional watching that clip. The My Career story was done so fucking perfectly in this game. But besides that, 2K actually added 10 real college teams for the first time since fucking 2K8 in this game, which was a big deal. So they had Arizona, Georgetown, Kansas, Kentucky, Louisville, Michigan, Texas, UCLA, UConn, and Wisconsin, bro. That is a huge deal of having college teams in My Career. Now, this game also introduced Pro-Am for the first time, and besides Rec, Pro-Am is probably my favorite game mode to play, so naturally that's going to just keep rising how high I want to put 2K16. This game also completely revamped the rep system with smoother matchmaking and new parks. Obviously, huge fucking W. This was also the first game to introduce park exclusive dribble moves, and a lot of the moves in 2K16 were really fun to do. And obviously, I don't even need to sit here in detail how 2K16 has the best dribbling in the series. If you have a fucking brain, you understand that, and if you played the game, you know that. This game also, in my opinion, not only did it have the best dribbling system, it also had the most realistic player movement. I love the way that the movement felt. I also really like the defensive AI in 2K16. The post-game interviews in My Career were also fire. They also had a soundtrack created by 3 fucking DJs. They had DJ Khaled, DJ Mustard, and DJ Premier all worked on the 2K16 soundtrack, and you can tell because that shit is fire. And finally, 2K16 also introduced Play Now Online ranked matches, which was a huge deal for people in that community, although I didn't play it that much, to be honest with you. So after all of that, if you have half of a brain, you obviously know 2K16, without a doubt, is going in my S tier. It is the
2K16 was a I'll say this. It was 2K16 was a toned down 15. So I see, you know what I'm saying? This list so far,
best 2K of all time. Fight me in the comments, bro. So now we are moving on to 2K17, and to be honest with you all, I think I'm going to have a pretty unpopular take about 2K17, but hear me out. Now, I don't think that 2K17 is as good as a lot of people make it out to be. Now, hold on before all of you start running to the comments going, oh my god, Tex, there's no way you just said that, okay? It is miles ahead of everything we got after it, but I don't think it's the masterpiece that people frame it out to be, and let me explain why. So let's start with the more basic things here. First of all, the Paul George loading screen, bro.
That shit was...
I have never had PTSD from a video game in the way that I have PTSD for the 2K17.
Get home. I'm talking about get home from school. You feel? Load that motherfucker up. Go take a shower. Come back. This nigga still looking at you. Like, what the fuck is going on? Don't forget to park after dark. That shit was lagging in the motherfucker. I was in there for the first time. I'm lagging and shit. I can't even shoot the ball. Like, oh shit.
Paul George loading screen, bro. I don't know what caused that loading screen to take 7 hours every time I launched the fucking game, but it did happen every time, so thank you for giving me PTSD with that. So that's one thing I didn't like. Now, I cannot mention 2K17 without bringing up the absolute fucking disaster that was Park After Dark. What an absolute embarrassment of an event that was. Just straight up, dude. I don't know what the hell they were doing with that event.
Well, see, I ain't
that is
like
the worst lag I have ever felt in a video game in my life. If you think 2K is laggy nowadays, just be glad you were not around for that one specific event in 2K17 because, holy God, that was the worst embarrassment of an event in any game I have ever seen in my life. Now, as far as the actual gameplay goes, the only real complaint that I have about the gameplay is just in general, and especially on defense, the game felt way too slidey. And I think if you play 2K17, you can understand what I mean by that. It's very hard to describe that if you've never played the game, to be honest with you. But everything else that this game did, for the most part, I think it did well. The My Career story was really interesting, like the whole orange juice fucking, the Gento brain rot is like still in my head from watching his videos. I actually almost called it orange juice fresh squeeze instead of saying justice. For anyone who remembers Gento, you get a fucking cookie if you remember Gento in the comments. But Michael B. Jordan played him, so the My Career story was very interesting with that whole Justice Young orange juice shit. The new
look at the hustle for the ball, like
mechanics and animations. I like the dribbling in this game. I also like the new My Park rep system, right? And you have better matchmaking and team branding in Pro-Am. You get the new shot meter, advanced dribbling. Like I said, I like the dribbling in this game, and just more realistic physics in general. So overall,
look how my player, look how the player moving. For the niggas that's gonna say nostalgia, we're literally watching it right now. Even though it's just one gameplay, we're literally watching it. I'm watching it, like watching it.
Game, but it's just very overhyped, and I think nostalgia blinds a lot of people when they look back at it. So, putting 2K17 into the tier list, I'm giving it a solid A tier below 2K15. It's a great game, but it's very overhyped in my opinion. So 2K18, I know off rip, everyone is expecting me to have this be the worst 2K by far. And I had it easily being the worst 2K when it first came out because it objectively was. But in the big 2025 that we are in right now, there have been 2 games since this that have been released that are so much worse than this that I cannot put this in the bottom tier. This is not an affront to God anymore. I can't say that it is. So obviously there are a lot of negatives about 2K18.
We're charging for haircuts.
The good things about 2K18, and believe me, that's not going to take me long to get through. So the first thing I will give 2K18 is the idea of adding a fucking neighborhood, all right? It was a complete embarrassment, and we're going to get to that in a minute, but the idea of the neighborhood and just everything about it besides the execution was actually really cool. Now, the only other thing I can give this game, which a lot of you probably will not remember, but this popped into my head when I was making this video, is when you're playing My Career, they have Kevin Garnett and they have Kobe both come on to like the announcer the booth or whatever, talking with like Doris Burke and Kevin Harlan and all of them. I actually found that to be really cool. Like when I'm just playing My Career and I hear Kobe,
bro, this is a stretch doing them dunks, my nigga.
That's actually really interesting. But those are the only 2 things I can really give this game. This game is trash in every other way and so much more than you can even imagine. So we're going to break it down. So first of all, this is the first year where I think 2K really started pushing crazy in there with the microtransactions. Nowhere near what it is today, but they really started getting greedy in 2K18. Like, just as an example, when you walk to the barbershop in the neighborhood, it costs VC to go in there and change your hairstyle, and there was like a whole GTA-style cutscene of the guy cutting your hair, and you paid him like 500 VC to cut your hair. That's ridiculous.
250.
Pure Sharpshooters also just completely ran this game. It wasn't even really worth using anything else, simply just because a Pure Sharpshooter got good enough.
Is he gonna talk about the snatchback and blow bars? The snatchback and blow bar, snatchback and blow bar. All I wanna do is a snatchback and blow bar.
Dribbling, you didn't really need any defense in this game because there was no defense, and all
shit
you
was
had to
slidey.
do was just spam snatchbacks. And obviously on a Pure Sharp, you're gonna have a 99 3-pointer. So all you had to do in this game, because it was so overpowered, was just spam snatchbacks over and over again.
Duncan was pretty fun in this game, man.
And that's all you had to do on a pure sharpshooter, and it made pretty much every other build not obsolete, but very ass in comparison to a pure sharpshooter because of how overpowered it was. Now, I brought up the neighborhood briefly, so let's go back to that. What an embarrassment, and probably the biggest letdown in 2K history. They were gassing this shit up so much after 2K17. They talked about bringing like a whole innovative neighborhood.
We're gonna bring Yeezys to 2K.
Go on the subway, play with your friends, go to shopping stores with your friends. It genuinely sounded so fucking cool from how much they were bringing it up and what they were saying about it. But it turned into the most bland, colorless, one street piece of shit. I don't even know what else to use to describe it. Just absolutely terrible. And they give you this big-ass neighborhood, and literally just to do something as basic as change your clothes, your shoes, or your shirt.
Change your clothes and walk around.
And hike like a mile to your fucking my court just to go up there and change your socks or your shoes or whatever the fuck. God, that shit was annoying. This game also pretty unanimously has some of the worst servers ever in 2K. It was just so laggy. I got error coded so many times, and we're used to that at this point, but this was the first game where that really started to get outrageous. And last thing I guess I'll bring up is the layup system was also just fucking terrible. It's kind of like 2K25 where you miss wide open layups and you'll hit reds in people's face. It was kind of like that at the launch of 2K18. So
nigga, I was in that bit dunking. This is the game where I get, bro. I don't want to lay up the ball no more. I'm gonna have some layup on my little course, but I'm here to dunk. That's a guaranteed too. You know what I'm saying? Like, lay up, anything can happen. You feel me? Ain't going through
anything higher than the trash tier. God, it was a terrible game, and it was easily the worst of all time at its launch, but it's gotten worse over time. There's 2 games that are worse than this, so good luck when we get to those. So next up on the list, we have 2K19, and honestly, I really like 2K19. I don't think it's the greatest 2K of all time or anything, but it was honestly a very solid game. I had a lot of fun with it. There were a lot of great things about it, but there were also a lot of issues, as I'm sure a lot of you know. So let's start with the things that were actually good about 2K19. So I guess I'll talk about the dribbling to start off here. I really like the dribbling in this game. It's not the greatest of all time or anything, but the dribbling was really solid and fun, and especially coming off of a game that was as terrible as 2K18, the dribbling was like going from hell to heaven, basically. You could really do some crazy creative shit if you were good enough at the dribbling in this game, like you're watching G-Man in the background right now, and steezo was going crazy that year as well. The dribbling in this game was so fluid. There were so many great moves. There was a real skill gap to it. So overall, the dribbling was great in this game.
Some of y'all niggas don't got it.
I also liked how when you picked a build archetype, your build was disgustingly overpowered at the 2 things that you picked, okay? And it's not as good as the builders we have nowadays, but if you made a pure lockdown back then, you best believe you were locking motherfuckers down. And the same thing goes for like a sharpshooter or a playmaker or whatever. All of the builds were very usable depending on the archetype that you made. And overall, I just really like the builder in this game as well.
See, I'll say this, but I want to go back to the overpowered builds, my nigga. You know what I'm saying? I want to go to the prime. That's why I like 15 so much, because our builds are so nasty. And then the gameplay on top of that shit was amazing. And then you look at what we got now, man, my build, my can have 99.3 and it don't feel like it. It feel like I got an 85 out here. You know, so you can have I shoot 50 with a 70, bro. Come on now. I don't even want to hear all that, man.
As well. Also, the refined neighborhood, they took everything that was stupid about the 2K18 neighborhood and made it great in this game. This is easily the best neighborhood /
You need to talk about Grand Badge of 17. You already know.
I don't think it can get more perfect than this, just having like a square with all of the shops and stuff on the outside and then having all of the courts in the middle. That is literally the perfect way to do the neighborhood. Also, I really don't think I need to explain how influential Takeover was being introduced in this game. This is my personal favorite iteration of Takeover. Every Takeover in this game was so fucking overpowered and so fun to use. So obviously Takeover has been a huge thing in every 2K since 19. We're on 2K25 and Takeover has been in every game since then. So obviously it's a huge addition and it's great. But now let's move on to the negatives, okay? I'm not stupid. I'm not acting like this game was perfect. Stretch bigs were very, very, very overpowered, and it's not because of the build. It's because of how stupid the contest system was in this game. So I did not like the way stretch fours could just fucking wiggle back and forth and shoot right in people's face. Obviously, that was a pretty big L. That was like one of the main lineups that you saw people running, right? Also, there was a demigod glitch in this game as well, very similar to 2K15 if you heard me talking about that. There were 7-3 pure lockdowns with elite dribble moves shooting at people's face with a 99-3 and all Hall of Fame badges. Obviously, that's ridiculous. That glitch should not be in the game, but luckily it didn't hit 2K19 until the end of the year, right before 20 was about to come out, so it wasn't the biggest deal in the world. And also, I was never really a big fan of Road to 99 as a whole with that whole rep system.
I had so many builds in 19, bro.
The first players to hit, like, I guess the technical legend in this game were all people who grinded, like, offline my career. That's really stupid. You shouldn't be grinding for top rep by cheesing bots offline. And the whole system itself was just kind of stupid. Like, Rookie to Legend is so much better. So I respect that they tried something different. I just wasn't a fan with this. So overall, I think that 2K19 is a pretty good game, but there is no way it is in the same tier as 2K15 or 2K17. So I'm going to give 2K19 like a C+. It's like the top of the mid tier, just breaching right on the next tier. But like I said, 2K17 and 2K15 are on another level compared to this. All right, so next we have 2K20, okay? And I'm just going to make my opinion very clear from the jump. This is the most overrated 2K in history. There is no...
Fucking thank you, bro. All these bot-ass niggas saying, oh, 2K20 with the bad 2K. No, the fuck it wasn't, my nigga. You just don't know. You young in this shit, B. You know what I'm saying?
2K more overrated than 2K20. And I honestly think it was a really trash game. But before you go to the comments and start going, oh my god, Tex, there's no way you just dissed my GOAT like that. You're retarded, bro. No fucking way this guy just said that. At least just hear out what I'm going to say, and then if you disagree, go to the comments. You can bitch, dislike, do whatever, okay? So I'm going to get into all the negatives in a minute, but I'm not going to act like this game is all negative. There were things that this game did right. So first of all, coming off of 2K19, this game actually has a really good balanced builder. That is something I will give this game. The builder is really fun. You can make some really cool, interesting builds. I know a lot of you will remember like the two-way slashing playmaker that could literally do everything. There was a big skill gap on this game where you could make average builds look like fucking superstars if you were.
But it ain't gonna lie, there's a lot of niggas, y'all was ass at this game. I had like 3 accounts, all 75 plus win percentages. With over 1,600 games.
Were really good. So that is something I did like about this game.
Moonwalk.
The other thing I will give 2K20 is it actually had a really good badge system and just rewards in general. They brought back the OG rep system. If you remember in 2K19, I was saying I didn't really like Rookie to Legend. So I was very happy that they brought back the OG rep system in this game. But that's about where the positives end, at least in my opinion. Obviously, introducing quick draw as
shooting too fucking easy.
Being able to increase your jump shot speed was unbelievably stupid. And coming off of 2K19, they severely nerfed the dribbling and the movement. Just slow down. Felt like shit. Even at the time, I remember thinking this. I hated the way that the dribbling felt, and it just felt very slidey and weird. And the same goes for defense as well. And again,
niggas would be like, well, I was liking shit up in 20 because everybody was slow. Like shit, you move. You realize in 15 how fast we was moving. And you look at 20, but we moving slow as shit, nigga. And 12 we was moving faster than this, my nigga. Like
coming off of 2K19, they nerfed the shit out of takeovers. All of the takeovers were trash. They took so long to get, and most of them didn't even do anything. The only one that was halfway decent was slashing takeover. Okay?
Oh God!
And while we're on
or
the
defensive
topic of slashing in general in this game, I would be remiss to bring up 2K20 and not bring up the hop steps, bro. I hated how on this game, it didn't matter what type of defender you were going at. It didn't mean shit. If you just ran in the paint and did a hop step, you would make the shot 9 out of 10 times. It was literally fucking unguardable even if you jumped. It was so annoying. And if you combine all of that with a completely copy-pasted neighborhood from 2K19, you have a trash game, in my opinion.
17 did that same shit too, but it had a different environment. You feel me? Had a different system.
Because of quarantine nostalgia, the game wasn't actually fun. You had fun because you were playing with your friends all day long and you had no responsibilities. That is why you find this game fun, and that's why you remember it so fondly. The actual game itself was not that good, okay? I know people are going to disagree with me, but that
Like,
is honest.
like, bro, I was winning a fuck ton in this game. I knew how ass this shit was. Oh shit, they closed that. They closed this shit. You know what I'm saying? Like 2K20 shit was easy. Shit was too fucking easy. And it was
So
ass.
throwing this game into the tier list, I switched it up a little bit. I did not feel right in my mind. I actually felt disgusting putting 2K20 in the same tier as 2K18 because 2K20 is very far ahead of 2K18. Let's be real here. So I added 2K18 into its own tier, and then I put 2K20 into the pretty bad tier. So I feel like that's very fair. I know people are still going to attack me ruthlessly in the comments for that, but
oh my god, it was the best game. You're tripping, bro.
I just don't care. All right, so next up,
damn, look at we got now.
2K21, and I'm just going to spoil it right now. This game is going in the affront to God tier. What an absolute embarrassment of a...
I'm glad he said that. This game was ass too. You probably just ass, bro. You was ass, nigga. I ain't been negative in 2K. Oh, my 6-7 Demi was busting y'all ass. You know what I'm saying? Instead of running, this is the year where the meta lineup shit started happening, bro. Like
a video game for both next gen and current gen. I literally cannot think of one thing I like about either of these games, and I'm actually not trying to be funny. I'm really thinking right now, like, give me 2 seconds. The only thing I can really think of is on current gen, they actually had pretty cool jump shot landings and animations. And
yeah,
stuff
them
like
shit was cool.
When you green
moonwalk.
shots. That's it. That's the only positives I could give both next and current gen for 2K21. So I could literally sit here and talk for 20 minutes about how terrible of a video game this is, and I probably will at some point in full detail, but sticking on topic for now, I'll try to keep it short. Terrible dribbling. This is when the left-righting nonsense started, where you just run left, right, left, right, left, right. No skill involved whatsoever. They nerfed dribbling into the ground. Takeover was terrible. The meta on current gen, which was mainly what I played because next gen was so bad, was just spam midi fades around screens. Absolutely terrible meta. Dribbling sucked. Defense sucked. It was so slidey. Fucking playmaking sucked. Playmaking takeover was terrible. Dribbling sucked. Shooting felt like shit. The shot meter was absolute fucking...
They'd be like, he's complaining. No, that game was fucking ass. Without that speed boost glitch, or the dribbling was going to be terrible, bro. And it stands still pretty cool, all right? Yeah, it stands still. We not talking about stand. We talking about actually launch, like do and launch out of that shit. Nigga, that's where that shit came from. 21, when your nigga started, and then got, you know what I'm saying? Like, this shit trash.
Ass. You couldn't even use the shot meter because it was so stupid.
This one's in it.
Just
we ain't even talking about this in it.
With like very small tweaks. Like you can see it's the exact same builder, same everything, same badge system. Everything is just
and also this was the first year I actually fucked my build up the first time. I'm like, why I can't shoot on this nigga? All right, you know what I'm saying? Like, and then everybody started creating the perimeter locks, playmaking sharpshooters, playmaking shot creators. My fault. And then glass cleaners, like the glass. And shit, whatever the motherfuckers called, finishing glass cleaners on.
But they made it so much worse. Which
glass cleaner finisher,
that's
I think.
An accomplishment because I think 2K20 was bad.
And I was playing with one of these sorry ass niggas my man had me playing with, bro.
So great job. And as far as next gen goes, what an absolute disgrace because it was actually worse than current gen. Okay, what the fuck were they smoking over there at the 2K HQ? 21 next gen was the most delayed, shitty game I have probably ever played in my life, with 2K25 being a close second. The builder was cool, like it was cool that we had a new builder, but it literally just favored, I don't remember what height.
Of course this nigga do.
I barely even played 21, but it was some type of like small forward, like 6'9" small forward, something like that. That was the best build by so much that barely anyone used anything else. Such a terrible meta. The worst servers by far. This introduced the city, which was an absolute embarrassment in that game. The city was terrible. It was so laggy walking around. They had you doing bullshit quests in my career that meant absolutely nothing. Like, I could literally go on all day about how terrible this game is, but that would serve nothing to me. So this game, obviously going on the tier list, it is in the affront to God tier. There is no debate there. This game was awful. All right, so for 2K22... you can't see me in real life right now, but I'm doing the shrug emoji. I'm doing this, okay? Like, I don't even... this game was, like, pretty bad, but, like, I don't
The shit
even
was
have a
lit.
lot to say about it because it was just so fucking. Like, it was bad, but not bad enough for me to like scream and care like I did
Yeah,
on
like
2K.
22, I ain't gonna lie, I was a tough ass guard at 22, my nigga. I don't know. Like, you know what I'm saying? All them times I had to sit in the corner for some sorry ass Snickers. That shit just took over at 22. Demon ass. I had my 6'7" at 22. Wow, nigga, I was there busting the ass. 30, you catch me in the rate, catch me in the prime. 30 bull, you feel me? Like, that shit was just easy.
21, it was just such a mid game. So obviously this year is when the left righting was at its peak. You have 5'9" guards being the meta, just left righting around screens.
Being gay.
That meta, that whole time of 2K was just absolutely terrible in my opinion. Now the dribbling was somewhat fun when you didn't left right, like you're watching a Steezo mixtape in the background. When you got decent at the dribbling and didn't just left right like a little bitch on a 5'9", the dribbling was actually
the dribbling was cool as hell.
Like it was serviceable, I guess. And like, yeah, 2K22 introduced seasons and some of the rewards were like actually kind of cool. This is before they recycled the rewards 50 different fucking times over a span of 5 years. So you actually like kind of cared about the rewards. But like the rep system being tied into the seasons, that's just fucking stupid. Whose idea was that? But like, yeah, as a whole, I don't have a lot to say about this game. I didn't play it that much because I just found it boring. I didn't think it was like offensively ass like 21 or 18. And I didn't hate it or anything, but like I just didn't care. Like it was a really mid game. It was boring in my opinion. Throwing it on the tier list, it's going behind 2K20 in the pretty bad tier, but it wasn't awful. It was just so boring to play. Like I'm struggling. I'm sure you can tell I'm struggling to even think of anything to say about it because it was so boring. All right, so thankfully 2K23, at the bare minimum, it's not boring as shit. I don't think it was that great of a game, but it was better than 2K22 and it wasn't boring at least, so that's a start. So there are some decent things when I look back at this game, like
If they wouldn't have put in, I just spit all over my arm. They didn't put in bars in this game would have been better. I swear to God, that was the only, because how they used bars back then, it was if you did a speed boost animation, and a lot of niggas did not know how to cancel the you know what I'm saying, cancel out of the speed boost so you still had your bars. If you ran out of bars in this game, you was fucked, bro. Nigga, I ain't gonna lie, you was fucked.
In this game, it was really overpowered and stupid, but in a fun way. Like literally anyone could. Just I had my 6'8", bro. If you had a high enough driving dunk. So in that
I had a 93 driving dunk, 6'8" booming on shit.
And that's what I mean by this game wasn't boring. It wasn't boringly ass. It was just, you know, kind of ass. So obviously the meta on this game, literally everyone made 6'9" fucking demigod builds that could do everything. And as repetitive as that was, it's not like 2K21 where the game is absolutely terrible. Like this game was almost passable. So being able to create a demigod build like that was kind of fun.
It was kind of fun when the bullshit went on.
But yeah, the rim running on this game, literally, if you didn't spam the dunk meter, everybody would spam quick drops because they were literally unblockable. All you needed was an 80 dunk for that, and you had the best.
I'm gonna say I was different, man. I'm trying to. I'm a real slasher. You know what I'm saying, if you didn't see the video, go check that out. I'm a real slasher. I'm gonna try some flashy shit. If I get blocked, so be it. You know what I'm saying?
Dunk package in the game. So stupid, it made no sense. Also, fadeaway threes in this game. Why was that shit literally the meta besides rim running? Like, it was deadass more efficient to shoot a fadeaway three than it was to take a standstill three. You would have thought you were fucking prime Steph Curry out there. I also didn't like the takeover system in this game, or 22. 22 is so forgettable that I forgot to even bring up the takeover system, but I didn't like it in that game either, and I don't like it here. Like, the way that they did the takeover
they split up all the takeovers and shit feel really dumb.
Shot contests in this game also really pissed me off. Like, you would get so many random speed-ups and slowdowns.
This is where this shit started, I'm telling you.
Nonsense. And
this is where this shit started.
To combat Zens, which were in the game in 2K21, which I forgot about during my unholy rant that I went on, but yeah, they tried to, like, introduce all these bullshit shot timings in this game, which made the shooting terrible. The contest system also sucked. And it didn't do anything to stop fucking cheaters, which you obviously see even now in 2K25. The cheaters just run rampant. They don't give a fuck. So, I mean, that's pretty nice. Also, they recycled a lot of the rewards from 2K22, bringing
Magic Carpet
back again
Tiger.
Year, so
you know, I had that.
Was ungodly fucking lazy, so thanks for that, I guess. But I got nothing for.
I don't know we at the end, but this is the last 2K I actually like played. Is to play. You feel me? Now I'll hop on for some content. Give me on 25. Give me the fuck up out of here. I can't play this shit now. You know what I'm saying? But 23, me and my boy Dev used to run rampant. I'm telling you, every build I had was in the purple. Same with 24, but 23. I feel like 23. It was a start, bro. It was a start to what the fuck we got now.
Further to say about 23, I had some fun on this game, just like I had some fun on 2K20, and I had a little bit of fun on 2K22. So. It's going to go in the C tier. I think it's a little better than 22, not by much. All of the next-gen 2Ks suck, just as a warning, but I'm sure you all knew that. So
I like this list, bro.
It's going to go in the C tier right above 2K22. It was a pretty bad game, to be honest. So for 2K24, I actually have clips of myself playing this game because 2K24 was the year where I started YouTube. So I have some type of connection with this game. I know a lot of you see me playing this in the background of my videos because I don't like 25, but do not get it misconstrued. 2K24 is a pretty bad fucking game, like, let's be honest. So coming off of 2K23, this game had so much potential. I remember everyone was hype over the summer when this game was about to drop, like when Mike Wang tweeted out, oh, quick drops are gone, guys. And they were saying like, oh, 6'9" demigods are gone, bro. Like, oh, those are.
I had my 6'8" and 6'7".
Like, oh, no more of that rim running shit, bro. Like that dunk meter, we packed it up, bro. Like it's patched, bro. In reality, the dunk meter was actually better in this game if you knew how to use it. You see it in my background gameplay all the time. All you have to do is get somebody on your hip and you will throw them into a dunk meter every time. And the green window is fucking massive. There's no RNG. You will basically make every dunk if somebody is on your hip. Also, quick drops got packed up and put into the starter animations where you actually have to unlock it later in the game. But athletic hangs off one were actually better anyway. They were way harder to block and you only needed a 65 to get them. So it literally made no difference for that. As far as the 6'9s being cooked, bro, 6'6s replaced them. And I believe they were actually, I don't know if they were better, but they were definitely still really good. So I don't know. Comparing 23 to 24,
if you didn't have a 6'6" or 6'3", you definitely had a 6'8". I was rocking with this 6'8", not losing games this year, bro. But this is also when they reset it, and I just stopped playing that one until the My Team shit came out. I stopped playing until the My Team shit came out. They reset my shit. I was at a 90. I was about to hit 90 win percentage. I was there busting ass. I'm talking about playing, but they reset my shit. I'm like, nigga, I just played down there 300 games. I was that close to hit 300 games, 90 percent. I'm like, bro, they ain't finna do this shit to me again. So I'm done. You know, I'll play here and there, but that's it. Every season after the first season, you count me with probably like 5 games in the park and then like 20 games in the rec. You know what I'm saying? Every season.
Comparing poop to shit, basically, I think that 25, or not 25, excuse me, dear Lord, but I think 24 is slightly better than 23. I guess. I don't really have that much more to say about this game. Like, the layups were very overpowered and stupid. Obviously, there was no paint defense whatsoever.
Look at the defense,
there was a lot
though.
of dumb shit in this game, but it was bad. And frankly, I don't care enough to talk about it because it's a pretty bad video game. I don't even enjoy my time playing it, really. I only really use it for background gameplay because I hate 25 more. And 2K24 and just 2K background gameplay in general is more engaging. I'll be honest with you. So
yeah, like I had more games. I had more games in my team when the 99 started coming out than that shit, bro. And I was positive in that shit.
It's going in the pretty bad tier. I'm putting it in front of 22 and 23. It's still a very bad game. All of the games listed there are bad. All of the next-gen games are bad, but I guess it's the best next-gen game, if that means anything. Like, they're all fucking terrible, so I guess it won the gold medal at the Special Needs Olympics. What an accomplishment, bro. All right, so we have made it to the final game here, which is 2K25, and I don't think I could have ended it on a worse game. Anyone who watches my videos already knows how I feel about this. What an absolute fucking embarrassment of a video game this is, okay? Now, I go back and forth in my head every other day trying to debate whether this is worse than 21 Next Gen or if 21 Next Gen is worse. I don't know. Okay, that is a real debate. I want to know what you think in the comments if you made it this far in. Genuinely, I don't know which one is worse.
I ain't got no words. I already know where I stand.
Like 21 Next Gen was worse. So this is slightly better, you know, but not by much. Now, to be frank here, okay, I do not have 40 minutes of my time right now to rip apart every way that this game is ass. This video is getting long enough. If you're interested, I will have a video linked in the description where it's literally a 30-minute video. I just sat down and yelled into my mic because I was so pissed at how bad 2K25 is. So if you really want a more detailed breakdown, definitely check that video out. But I'm going to try to keep it more condensed here so we don't have to sit here for any longer because, again, this video is getting pretty long. But I basically hate everything about this fucking game, from the skill-based matchmaking to the city still existing. The parks are absolutely terrible. The game is optimized horribly. You can just dashboard improving grounds and keep your spot on the fucking ranks. Oh my god, everything about this, okay? The RNG, the game speed, I hate the animations. Dribbling and stamina are terrible. Dunking is terrible. Layups are inconsistent. The shooting has RNG, it's terrible. The meta of this is terrible.
Trash, dog.
Spamming mid-ranges and brick wall screens is so fucking annoying. Perimeter defense is inconsistent and weird. So are lane steals. On-ball steals are the same way. Paint defense does not exist. Passes are way too slow. Rebounding is absolutely inconsistent and just shit. So, I mean, I could keep going. I really could, but I have an entire video of it, okay? So I'm not going to do it again. But this game is fucking atrocious. I guess we're done here. I got nothing further to say about 25. It's just so bad. Putting it on the tier list, obviously, it is in the affront to God tier. I'm putting it above 2K21 because that's just what I'm in the mood for today. If you think 21 is better, cool. If you think it's worse, cool. Most of us can agree that this game is an absolute fucking embarrassment and it's so terrible. And 21 is either better or worse. Who the fuck cares, bro? They're both awful. So 36 minutes later, and we have officially ranked every single 2K game that I have played. Now look, I never asked for likes or subs, but this video took me so long to edit, bro. I think you guys forget that I am not like a real YouTuber. I've made like 80 videos. I'm still ass at this. So for me to edit all of this and upload it took me fucking forever. So at bare minimum, please just drop a like or something for me, man. This took me so damn long.
Man, go subscribe to that boy. Go subscribe to that boy. I see he have 4K. Let me go back right here, man. I agree with everything on this motherfucking list. I ain't gonna lie. I really do. 16. Now, me personally, I understand why he only got 2 in the GOAT and 2 in the great, 2 in the mid. But me, 15, 16, 17, and 14 all going up in the GOAT. That's what started what we got now. I ain't gonna lie. And then you put 19 in it. You really up everything. But 20, you see where it say pretty bad. You keep everything right there. And you leave 13 in the mid. And you put 19 in the great, because especially when they took pushing out, it was a little better. You know what I'm saying? They pushed you all the way out of bounds on the 2. So that's why, you know what I'm saying. But everything, his list, I agree with it all. You know what I'm saying? Ain't like he's saying if it's not in the GOAT, everything's ass. He said great, good, mid, pretty bad, 2K18 in front of God. This list text, I don't know if you probably ain't gonna watch this, you hear me? But this list right here, fucking great list, right? I'm not gonna lie, bro. I agree with everything. Everything you said, you hit on it. You didn't hit on the 17 grand badge shit. You probably just forgot. You know what I'm saying? But you hit on everything. You basically hit it on everything. You feel me? But it's a good ass list right here. I agree with this list. You know what I'm saying? I don't know why people say 2020 the best 2K ever. Yeah. It's because you was stuck in the house with no job, nigga. I say this all the time. If it was no COVID, would you really still play 2K20? I wouldn't have, nigga. Shit. I'm lying. I actually would have. You want to know why? I haven't missed a 2K since 7. I played 9. I played 8, 7, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, all the way up to 25, my nigga. But you missed 2Ks, 11 and 12, and throw them shits and go it. Like I said, if it was me, leave 20, I was gonna say 23. Leave 13, man. Bump up 15, 17, 19. What you'll do is great 19, just because I feel like it's better. It's the last good 2K we had. You feel me? And then 15 and 17 in the GOAT, because that's what started the way. Literally 14. I ain't gonna say it again. But I'm out of here. Subscribe, like, share. Like I said, subscribe to text. You feel me? I'm up out of shit, bitch.